You fucking cowboy.
Hold on, we're
Some
waiting on
month.
Seth news.
I can probably use it while it's charging.
Oh. Yeah, boy.
What a movie this was.
I just started it. I didn't finish it.
Lucas.
We don't have to by now.
But what if we did have to by now?
Well, then I would have watched it.
Oh, okay.
It's a PIR day tomorrow, so I have lots of open time.
Oh, you don't have anything tomorrow.
I have we have senior presentations in the morning, and then in the afternoon is grading, but I have most of my grading done.
Oh, okay. So it's a half day, not a full day off.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we have to be at school the whole day, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So in the afternoon, you'll
Yeah,
just finish your grading and then just watch the rest of a movie in your classroom or something?
exactly. That's what I often do in my prep.
In my movie logbook for this film, in my comments for it, I put a film student's wet dream, but an average moviegoer's worst nightmare.
Ooh, that's a good quip.
Thanks.
Philosophy, yeah, theater, theorists. Interesting, yeah. A storyteller's boudoir, if you will.
Oh, is that poop on there? Oh,
Poop on there.
oh, disgusting. There's poop on there.
There's poop on there.
What is it?
It's poop. We could start without Seth, and then he could just join in and be like, "Hey, it's this guy."
We could do that. How did you want to start this bitch?
We're having dinner with Dr. Dre. That's our dinner with Andre.
Dinner with Dr. Dre.
Yeah. A lot of scouts, he said. Oh, really? My boy Eminem.
I was watching the fights last night, and Jordan and Destiny came over. Jordan and his wife, and he brought me. They made some linguine with clams in it. Actually, it's funny that you said scallops and linguine. It was good. They packed it with some spice. Did you see any of the fights last night, or did you go to
I
bed?
saw some results. Yeah, I'm a bad guy.
When it was heard that Arman Sarukian pulled out of the fight due to an injury the day before, I was like, "There's no way. This bitch is scared."
You think he's scared?
And I think they've like started to say that it's not like a real like true injury. And so Dana's like, no, you don't get a title shot your next fight. You got to work for it again.
That's good.
But when it was Moicano stepped in, I was like, isn't this guy like the 8th ranked fighter in lightweight? And then it was his 10th. I was like, Marina, this fight's gonna be over so fast.
Yeah. Not as good as the Marab showing.
Oh my god, that fight was nuts.
Well, he's crazy. Yeah.
Dude, that man's a psycho. I was like, imagine just being like running but also wrestling for 25 minutes straight and and also getting hit in the head. He's just not gassed at all.
Don't care. Yeah, he's great. Marab.
That was nuts. And then Hiri and Jamal was a great fight too.
I didn't watch any of those.
Hiri Prohaska knocked out Jamal Hill in the 3rd round.
Fuck Jamal Hill.
You bitch.
I could take him down.
Well, I don't know.
Tell Seth, join in ASAP. And then when he joins in, he'll be like a part of the team. Hey, Joe, shut up.
I had an idea for the intro. I just messaged
that?
I had where we do a radio show, right?
Oh yeah.
Because we've been killing it with that. We do a radio show, and 105.96 FM, JoJo Candles. We invite on a guest, and this motherfucker just doesn't stop talking. Like every time one of us tries to like interrupt him, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
you just like threw Ginger over. Well, you picked him up.
He needs to calm down.
Like JoJo will try and interrupt him with something, and he just keeps talking, and finally somebody's like, "Fuck it, shut the fuck up. We gotta move on."
Okay. We have to get to our dinner with Andre. Yeah, we have reservations.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's Seth say?
I don't want to hop on with my phone. I don't like YouTube audio episodes.
Well, then tell him to hop on with his computer when it's ready then.
He said he doesn't want to hop on with his phone. Oh, he can't use his computer while it's charging.
Yeah, he's out for the first half. That's okay. Tell him to watch the movie then.
Okay. What was I gonna say? I have to have a whole adapter plugged in and everything hooked up since my mic is USB. The adapter charge is way slower. Oh, it's all wonky and old. I get it. It's like my mom. Gotcha, Karen. Okay, we'll do the first half, and you watch the movie tonight. Then you are ready for action anytime tomorrow. Okay. Okay.
Ready.
And he's already got the link, so he can just hop right on tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, I had to get music for radio station.
You pinch me. By bare naked ladies.
Me?
Pinch me.
No, I have a good idea. I have a good one.
Okay.
What does PIR stand for?
I don't know. Person in residence, professional, something.
Seth said, "Oh, word, milk day. You guys are both off, huh? Jesus apple." He said, I typed what I wanted to type. All right.
I'm not off, but yes.
I'm off, but not because of milk day. Okay, are you ready? Are your coughs out?
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's do this. I got my music ready. All right. 1, 2, 3, play.
She was looking kind of done with her finger.
Welcome back. Welcome. It's 105.9 Sex FM. The fuck.
The
It's me.
fuck.
It is Joshua Smith. I'm subbing in for JoJo Candles, who has early onset tuberculosis. The doctors are saying. So I am Joshua Smith. I am actually. I work down here in the marketing team. Hello, team. Hey, Katie. Shout out to you. So I'm filling in today. And of course, we got our producer here. What's your name?
Hey guys, I'm filling in for Carlos Bigsby today and Garrett Bubman and JoJo
Yeah.
Candles. I'm John Smith, folks.
John Smith. We are not related.
Not related. Not affiliated with each other.
He is a longtime producer, actually over at IPR, Idaho Public Radio. We're lucky that John stopped in here today with me to tell you all a little bit about ourselves. No, what we actually have a segment lined up first. So first, we're gonna go live to this guy in the street. Is that what we're doing here?
That's what we're doing here. I mean, I'm out here with this guy. He came up to me. He was excited. He saw a microphone and he had something to say. And I'll just let him kind of.
Let's go down. Hello, man. This is Mark. Hello, sir.
Hello. It's great to be here with you guys. I saw the microphone and I came up and I decided I had stories to tell. I thought maybe you guys wanted to hear my story. You want to hear my story? Great. I'll tell you my story.
Well, actually, we needed to hear something.
No.
Well, there's strife in the Southern economy. Thoughts on that, sir?
Yeah, it's bad. Back to my story. It was bad. I was getting ready to go to a party, right? And my friend, Dolores, she just kept talking and talking and talking to her friend Bridget. And you wouldn't understand how annoying this is, where somebody just keeps talking and talking and talking. And
it's like
I was trying to. Anyway, I'll get to you in a second. So anyway, I was trying to move along to get
Mark
her
thinks
come with me.
It might have been something to do with
no, the economy's bad.
recent locust production in the South.
There's no locust. It's but Dolores kept talking to Bridget, and I was like, we gotta go, and she was like, hold up, honey, 1 second, we're gonna get there. And I was like, we're already 15 minutes late, and from the looks of it, the traffic was getting worse and worse, and I was trying to hurry, but she kept talking. She wouldn't let me get through or anything like that.
We're gonna go back. To Mark and his locust theory.
Hold up.
No, Mark. No. Mark is actually a published a scientific researcher at DeVry University. So thank you. We are we're gonna go play some
I love you.
Now.
That guy was the worst. I hated that guy.
That was bad. So after we hit you with a little smash mouth, we have new to me, fungus production in the Midwest. Fascinating stuff. The humidity, as it changes, so do some, not all, of the fungal colonies' root structures. We'll get your opinions on that as soon as we're back.
But first, some smash mouth.
Coming and they don't stop 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 coming.
We hitting some moves over here.
It's because we're feeling like an asshole. Of the Andre variety.
Yeah.
Andre's asshole.
Welcome to Chez Andre.
Yeah. And it's the finale of the most anticipated theme month of all time. Oh!
Yeah, fuck Black History Month, Brandon said in our group chat.
No!
He said Andre Month is the one to bring the house down. And I think the reviews are in. Smashing.
If you look at the polls here, if we zoom in on Custer County, you'll see Andre Month is destroying Black History Month, and Black History Month was supposed to pull in the polls in this region. Now we're only
especially the black voters.
70% reported right now, but I think it's too wide of a margin, and this isn't a big swing
Surprisingly,
state.
Andre Month is pulling a lot of minority voters on his side. Yes.
And the Independent Breast Cancer History Month is pulling up. Breast Cancer Awareness Month pulling into second place. Yeah.
Yeah, they're behind. It's good to be back.
Since last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's well, we don't. You got some questions.
I do have some questions for you. My first question.
Don't put the goose ahead of the gander. That's right.
Do you like dinner?
Ooh. Probably my favorite meal. Yeah.
You think?
Well, I mean, traditionally, an American, I feel like American, maybe like suburban family cultural tradition, dinner has reserved it the largest of the meal times, I think. Everyone gathers around the table, you tell about the day. Yeah, everyone says breakfast is the most important, perhaps nutritionally. Lunch maybe socially at school, but I think dinner still reigns supreme with the mighty baton.
God, I love a good breakfast, though.
I do, of course.
I think I just like food and meals in general.
Meals are great. Not a bad one.
So underrated meals are.
It's not a bad one. Yeah.
Next question. Do you like being in a Polish forest with nothing but women who don't speak the language you speak?
Of course. And my body speak.
Ooh, yeah. And then lastly, do you like the actor who famously says "inconceivable"?
Ooh. Who plays Dr. Sturgis on Young Sheldon?
Yes.
Sure. Yes. Well, I do like Wallace Shawn.
Well, if you've answered yes to liking dinner, good hood. If you've answered yes to liking
dinner, does this
dinner,
impact the audio quality for you?
Not at all. No, not at all.
Interesting.
If you've answered yes to liking dinner, the actor who says "inconceivable" or being in a Polish forest with women who don't speak your language, you've come to the right place. This is the good, the bad, and the Andre.
I'm Lukas.
I'm Brandon. And we're finishing.
Seth
should be jumping on. He should be here. He's alive, guys.
Or like when we start talking about the movie at today's stage.
And he's alive.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Something to celebrate.
And this week we're finishing off our Andre Assholes Andre Month with our masterpiece, a film that neither of us had seen before.
Correct.
But we claimed it to be the masterpiece. Well, we thought Princess Bride might be deserving, but then we were like, this has Andre in the title as well, but is also highly regarded. And so it's a film from 1981 titled My Dinner with Andre.
It's almost Wallace month. But we can do that later on. Maybe next January.
We could do Wall-E again.
Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yeah, well, he's not a Wallace. Get some Wallace Shawn movies, Wallace and Gromit. Maybe watch some Gerald Wallace highlight clips and call it a month.
Ooh, yeah. One of our installments is just retired NBA player Jared Wallace's highlight tapes.
That could be a good movie. But no, it's after this. I think we're doing some Love Lads.
God damn you!
February, right?
I hope that answers your question.
And then furthermore,
and then it's Manic March.
Are we doing Manic March again? I was wondering. Yeah, if we were doing Manic March again.
I think so. It's just some random shit.
So before we get into those great themes, we have to wrap up our assholes. My dinner with. Is it? It doesn't have a director. I thought was weird.
It does have a director, but it also has drinks. It's got beers.
Oh shit! Yeah, I am drinking a beer.
I've got another Pure Leaf sweet tea. My technician at work went and bought a bunch of teas, but she grabbed the wrong ones and then took them home and opened one up and started to drink. I was like, "Oh, this is sweet. I don't like these." So she's like, "Does anybody want the rest of these teas?" I was like, "Yeah, hit me up, Tanya."
Damn, her husband probably thought she was cheating on her.
With all them giving them out to
I
young.
got the classic Dr. Pepper. Not diet. I made a mistake. I accidentally got the normal Dr. Peppers at Costco. So we got a lot of Dr. Peppers to drink. So this here is a classic Dr. Pepper.
Of the penguin variety.
Yummy.
I've got a Diet Dr. Pepper Merlot.
Ooh, they should adventure.
The
soda, Dr. Pepper Vineyards.
Soda wine combos.
They would. I mean, they'd make $1 billion in 17 seconds if they did that.
Mountain Dew Code Red Chardonnay.
I mean, what trailer park mom wouldn't?
I mean, you're 100% right. What's the difference between doing that or making like fucking jungle juice where you pour Sprite and tequila and Hawaiian Punch and all the and nerds and you just put them in the thing? Yeah. So those are our beers today. We've got a director.
I thought it was weird it didn't have a director.
No, it's got a director. It's Louis Malle.
Louis Malle.
Louis Malle.
Louis going to the mall.
And he's done films such as The Silent World, Elevator to the Gallows, The Lovers, The Fire Within, The Thief of Paris, Calcutta, Lancôme Lucien, A Human Condition, Place de la République, Atlantic City, that's a big one, Au revoir les enfants, May Fools, and Vanya on 42nd Street.
Oh, so he's a European art house director, it sounds like.
He's a Frenchman.
I like it. I'd probably love all of those movies. If anyone had ever seen them.
Yeah, if anybody's seen them, you probably like them. But he didn't write it. He's just the director.
Oh.
But there are two writers.
Pirate.
You've got writer Wallace Shawn.
Wallace and Gromit.
No, not from Wallace and Gromit. I've heard great things about that new Wallace and Gromit film that came out this year.
I have too. I think
got 100%.
They got their fans. Yeah, they have their fans.
Wallace Shawn has written The Designated Mourner, Marie and Bruce, The Fever, A Master Builder, and While We're Young.
Wow. Any episodes of Young Sheldon?
Nope, no episodes of Young Sheldon.
Okay.
And then you've got a secondary writer. His name is Andre Gregory.
Okay. I see your game here, Mr. Brandon.
And he wrote Vanya on 42nd Street, which Louis Malle directed.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all he's written.
Andre. Interesting. That sounds like the stars of the movie, Brandon. But yeah, I'm not going to get that far.
Well, let's get that far now.
Well, no, we got to do the critic reviews first.
That's at the end. Cast is before critic reviews.
Every time?
Every time.
Not in the auction episodes.
Shit, you're right. I got busted.
Which we should do for Barry and the Disco Worms.
Sunshine Barry and the Disco Worms. We've done our auction-based episodes have been Birth and Rollerball, and then we transitioned to Sunshine Barry and the Disco Worms.
That's a natural. Yeah,
I think so too. The cast includes Wallace Shawn and Andre Gregory, the writers.
One of the writers noted for playing Dr. Sturgis on the Young Sheldon. But yes, interesting that they also are the writers of this film.
And then other actors include Gene Lanauer and Roy Butler.
Like a waiter and like a busboy, sure.
There are 4 people in this film that speak a line, and 2 of them speak minimal lines. It's basically just Andre Gregory and Wallace Shawn. That's it.
A little chicken involved, but yeah, they're the ones with the lines.
A dance of chicken comes out. Foghorn Leghorn.
It is Foghorn Leghorn. Howdy, Andre.
And you'd be like, why? How is there a film that only includes? That was a decent Foghorn, actually. I liked that. You're like, how does a film only include like 2 people that are speaking? Well, here's a plot for you. 2 old friends meet for dinner, as one tells anecdotes detailing his experiences, and the other notices their differing worldviews.
Wow, it's almost like there's very little transforming involved, which is a refresher in this podcast of ours. All the movies, oftentimes they transform into vehicles and run away and drive away and such.
Like half of all movies we've watched includes a transformer of some kind.
A good chunk, yeah. Or a little man.
Well, like
like a little person attacking.
We have it's not that much when you think about the percentage wise, but 2% of our films have included a transformer.
It's not insignificant.
No.
Plus, there's a cogman in there, yeah.
But not 2% have included a cogman, sadly.
No. The same amount have included A Dinner with Andre.
Correct. And then simple plot, simple cast, simple Jack.
Good.
How about some history?
All right. That boat.
Hit me
with some of that story.
I just recently figured out what a Philadelphia accent is, like a Pennsylvanian accent.
I didn't say like Wooder.
Wooder, yeah. I went on a deep diving hole about it on TikTok before it was banned, and then subsequently reinstated 14 hours later. But I saw a clip from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it's where they're playing Charlie McDennis, and they spin the globe, and then they have to speak in the accent for the rest of the time. And Charlie and Mac land on Brazil, and they're like, I think they speak Spanish, and they're like, oh, well, then let's just, they do like very LA Cholo, like, oh, homie, and I'm like, no, and then they spin, and they get Pennsylvania, and they're like, oh, let's just do a Philly accent, and D's terrible at it, but like, when Dennis is doing it, it sounds almost Australian, the way he brings it all about with the water. But then I went into a deep dive with Tina Fey and Jimmy Fallon trying to do it, and I was like, oh, it is different, but all I could really glean from it is Woodard.
It is. And then Pittsburgh has their own thing with the Yinza accent, which is a slightly different thing.
Mm-hmm.
A little more Jewish, a little more blue collar, but
yeah.
Linguistics are fascinating. Remember the Lie to Me phase, of course.
Oh, love Lie to Me. But some history.
Yeah.
My Dinner with Andre is an American comedy drama film that premiered at the Telluride Film Festival in 1981. After spending years away from the theater, Andre Gregory was looking to get back into it, so he asked his friend Wallace Shawn if he wanted to do something together. Shawn knew Gregory wanted to tell his story, even working with a biographer at one point, and suggested they develop a story consisting of a conversation between the two of them, with interest coming from their contrasting personalities and Gregory's anecdotes. Having recently acted in his first few films, Shawn saw the project as a film rather than a play. And although the film was based on events in the actors' lives, Gregory and Shawn both denied they were simply playing themselves and said in an interview with film critic Roger Ebert that if they were to remake the film, they would swap characters to prove their points. They were not playing themselves. They were playing characters.
That is interesting foil because they're so naturalistic with it. Um, ooh, yeah, I mean, it seems natural that it would be a theater production, though, and I'm sure maybe that's one of the cat's facts that it could maybe have been adapted to the stage at some point, potentially, I'm sure. But a film, interesting choice. Was there? I mean, we can get into it later. A ton that you noticed that was only capable in film that wouldn't have been impossible on a stage setting. I don't know.
No, this could 100%. You just take exactly this and translate it to the stage.
Yeah. Potentially, it could make more money as a movie, which is a natural into our critic reviews.
No, it's budget. How is
Ooh,
it
that makes more
seamless
sense
from talking about money to critic reviews?
because they make money watching the movie.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do some critic reviews.
Oh, okay, good.
No,
Big
it's
Rob.
budget. Budget
Oh,
time.
yeah, okay.
Can you
The
guess the
budget of
dime?
this movie with the big expensive sets and explosions and stars. I'm gonna guess that this movie cost $800,000.
You win. You beat Seth.
Am I within 8 million?
You are within 8 million. It's $475,000.
Okay, pretty close. There you go.
The budget was just taken out from some small personal bank loans mostly.
Really?
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
475K. Like you said, there's no set. It's one setting in a restaurant, and there is no special effects, no like there's no effects
One
whatsoever. There's no
ogre.
stunts, there's no actors to pay, there's nothing. It's just
There's
this.
no ogres.
There's no
Yeah,
ogres.
that's right.
How much do you think this film made opening weekend? It opened October 11th, 1981.
It can't. It couldn't have. I'll say 500,000. That might be generous.
I mean, you're within 8. It's
That's
$5,073.
so generous. So I'm up 2-0 on Seth then, the coward.
How about US and Canada though?
That would be a healthy. I think people saw that. My mom said she saw this. Although she would have been a high school sophomore. I don't know if she saw this.
She didn't see
I'll
this
say
theater.
three.
No way.
I'll say $3 million.
3 million. You win again. It's 5.25 million.
Okay, there's some legs.
So it's a winnie for sure. How about worldwide?
So in the world, China hates this shit, but Europe maybe. This seems pretty Europe leaning.
French director.
I'm gonna say $10 million. Double
You
it.
win. It's 5.25. It didn't have any worldwide.
Any worldwide. Wow, I still win. That's
You're up 4-0. That's tough for Seth to come back.
He will have his chance, though.
He will have his chance. So 475,000, making 5.25 million worldwide. I mean, it's not crazy numbers, but it made 12 times its budget. So,
I mean, everyone got paid, maybe a little bonus, good craft service.
Plus, you got to make art. And what's better than that?
You get to make art. Nothing, Brandon.
Two friends came together, wrote a script together, got to act in it, just the two of them.
Got another guy.
Art, and
yeah. Make your art, folks. It's like fun.
If you and I made money, like on one of our fucking writer's blocks, and we each made...
We would burn it. We would burn it to the ground because that's how much we love art. That's right.
If like we each, depending on how much we get paid and how much it makes, we each made like what maybe they made like 250K from doing something like that and making our own art from our own ideas, we would go ecstatic.
I know. I would burn it. Exactly.
Why are we burning
the money? Art? No, not the money. The art stands forever.
I mean, the art's great and it stays forever, but I don't have to burn the 250K. I'll keep it.
Yeah, burn it.
No, I'll put it in the bank.
We'll do it to keep warm.
No. I put it in the bank so that I can heat my house, and then I'm warm.
That's an obscure way of looking at economics, Brandon. I think you burn the money and heat yourself.
How cold is it in Missoula right now?
Like 20, it's like 20 degrees, 15 degrees, pretty chilly.
Oh, damn, it's like -1 here right now.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
I got a fucking crazy ass hangnail.
Oh, that's a crazy ass hangnail. Oh my god, that reminds me of a fucking Black Swan hangnail. Remember that scene in Black Swan?
Oh no,
She
yeah.
pulls it, it tears all the way up her hand. Oh,
Well, yeah. I think it's infected. It's been like this for like a month.
Jesus Christ! Quit
No,
picking
like
at it.
2 days. It hurts so bad.
How about taglines?
You wouldn't.
I don't have any. There's no taglines for this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So let's do something new. Let's like try and make up our own tagline.
Well, we have to at this point. We would have to. How about first course conversation, entree, friendship,
Ooh, what about
dessert,
entree equals Andre?
Oh, for entree equals entree plus Wallace
divided by
the wall equals an ace.
And it's all it's all a logarithm too. It's a whole log base 10 equals log equals entree equals Andre plus Wallace all divided by dinner.
And that was in math when I checked out, when the logs started getting involved in the signs and the tangents,
the functions.
The party. That was about as much as I could never.
What about
it didn't make sense after
derivatives?
No, of course not. Oh. After that, it was just like guesswork. I never understood anything.
Seth and I were math boys.
Yeah, I was making poetry.
You're banging poetry.
I was banging poetry.
So we don't have to do the full math, but I do like first course equals, what was it?
Conversation,
entree equals wit.
Equals friendship. The dessert, wit was the dessert.
I also like entree equals Andre. What about my breakfast with Mom Dre?
Ooh. And they're having English muffins.
I love an English muffin.
And they're eating the mom because she's English and it's her muff.
Oh no, they're eating English muffins and it's a woman's vagina. A British woman's vagina.
Exactly. It's Wallace Shawn's mother's vagina.
No.
Is he British? What's his accent? I don't think he's British.
I have no clue what he is, honestly.
He's American. He is, yeah.
Sicilian.
He's from New York. He's like a New York Jew, yeah.
Doesn't surprise me, but
because Wallace Shawn Jewish, he has to be. He is, of course.
Yeah, of course. What about I
think it's infected. Yeah.
A conversation you'll eat right up.
Ooh. Stamp it.
That's what we're going with?
Yeah.
What about not the logarithm?
No, that's too heavy. That's
too dense.
That's like a stew.
Oh yeah, and sometimes you don't need a stew.
No.
That's like having a
chili for lunch.
Yeah, you had chili for lunch, and you had, and then you're having stew and mashed potatoes for dinner, and for breakfast you had a chicken fried steak, and that's too much.
That's too much food. Yeah, you're not a logger.
Ooh yeah, you got to get your log into some rhythms.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the logarithm fact. So it's fact time.
Log her rhythm. Yeah. My dinner with facts. My facts with Andre. Scooby-Doo facts. This
No,
was
no.
so bad
We
facts.
can't do Scooby-Doo facts. Infection facts. Infactions.
Infactions.
Lucas's thumb
Infacted.
has an infaction.
The infacted thumb facts.
I really like Lucas's thumb has an infaction
Why is it like discolored?
because it's infected. It's infected.
Did I lose my thumb off for this?
Yep. I think that's what I think it was. It's like gangrene for your thumb. I think you might lose it. I think your thumb. Oh, I could. Guys, tune into YouTube at any time between like 35 and 41 minutes. But right now, 45. It's nasty.
Like, there's definitely like a puss coming out of it.
Lucas's thumb has an infaction. How many facts do you think I have?
I bet you have 11 infactions
I've got 10. You win.
with an 8. I'm up 5-0.
The first infaction is that while Sean and Gregory were trying to find someone to direct the film, Andre Gregory received a phone call, which he initially thought was a prank call from French director Louis Malle, who said he had read a copy of the screenplay he received from a mutual friend, and he wanted to direct or produce the film. Like, they didn't even have to reach out with it. He was just like, yeah, I saw it.
I'm in. Like, okay, I guess. Thank
Yeah.
you, sure.
Thank you, French.
Unsolicited.
Imagine just getting a random call and this guy's like, "Oh, I read your screenplay.
I'm in.
I mean, I'm French director Louis Malle. I love your
Louis Malle. Where is the Andre?
Where is the English muffin?"
Oh shit.
Next.
Hungry.
Wallace-Shawn and Andre Gregory mention electric blankets as one of the negative examples of technology in the modern world. As it turned out, because of the overly cold set they had worked on, which was just like an abandoned hotel, many of the cast and crew resorted to using electric blankets to stay warm.
I think the electric blanket's kind of an ingenious invention. Yeah, maybe that's kind of the point of that part of the film too. You know, it's a comfort, but I think now it's even involved. It's like people like use them in their cars and stuff when they're sleeping. Yeah.
Marina has an electric car blanket actually, and she's probably using her heated blanket right now upstairs. She puts the heated blanket on, and then she puts her fleece blanket over the top to trap in the heat.
But some people like rely on it for survival even now.
Oh yeah, 100%. If you have to live in your car, things like that.
Absolutely.
Next, the low-budget flick was shot. Oh, here it is, in an abandoned hotel in Virginia in the winter. In quote, "Since we didn't have the money to heat the hotel," this is producer Beverly Karp. Oh, sorry, this is who's talking right now.
Beverly Karp.
A co-producer, Beverly Karp, said, "Since we didn't have money to heat the hotel, producer Beverly Karp brought me a bit of cognac from time to time to keep me warm." The crew kept warm by wearing ski clothes. The actors just had to act warm, aided by the lights and long underwear and
act warm. Just pretend like you're warm, like it's dinner.
Oh, I'm so suspicious. You walk in, you're like, "Oh my god, I'm so warm right now."
Yeah, that's funny. That's tough acting, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Act warm when you're freezing.
Next, throughout the film, Andre Gregory references his wife Chiquita. In real life, he was married to Mercedes Chiquita Nebelthau, aka Mercedes Gregory, who died in 1992. Nebelthau was a documentary filmmaker whose credits include 3 films about Jerry Kratowski, whom Wallace-Shawn and Andre talk about.
That's right, the Polish theater auteur. So some real life biography. You love that. Even though, like they said, it's not autobiographical. They could switch roles and everything. It's kind of like a little postmodern aspect, you know what I mean? A little metafictional, real life.
Second one, this is kind of a 1A, 1B kind of thing. Throughout the film, Wallace Shawn references his girlfriend Debbie. Though not actually identified, Debbie is the acclaimed short story writer Deborah Eisenberg. And Eisenberg is also an extra in the film, a dark-haired diner that Shawn glances at as he scans the restaurant while standing at the bar waiting for Andre.
That is fascinating. Deborah Eisenberg, look at her go. Partner Wallace Shawn. Son Jesse? No, I'm joking. She's not related to Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, I was trying to figure out. I was like, Oh, A Real Pain just came on Hulu, so I'm going to watch it tomorrow, I think.
Ooh, we saw that.
Also,
Alex's favorite movie of the year, I think.
Have you seen Amelia Perez yet? I have not, but I saw...
We know the discourse, though, yeah.
I saw the infamous song. I saw that scene.
Yeah, I have not. I honestly think I'm going to like it. I think I'm going to like Amelia Perez.
Well, and everybody's like, if you take this scene out of the context of the movie and you just watch it, it's the worst piece of garbage you've ever seen. But when it's in the midst of the movie, it's a masterpiece. And it's a scene where they're like, Zoe Saldana is singing. She's like, is it a man to woman or a woman to a man? They're like, man to woman. He's like, okay, penis to vagina. Now let's do this exchange with the penis to vagina. We need mastectomy and a rhinoplasty. And I was like, what the fuck is going on in this scene? And they're just dancing around a hospital room singing penis to vagina over and over.
I know. I think I'm gonna like it. My teacher next door to me said it was like his least favorite movie of all time, and I was like, that means I'm probably gonna like it.
I'm hearing the most polarizing things about it, but when we each watch it, we need to discuss it immediately.
We can. A bonus 5 minutes, absolutely.
Next fact today is that this was picked by Entertainment Weekly magazine as one of the 50 greatest independent films in a special supplement devoted to independent films that was only distributed to the subscribers in the November 1997 edition.
To the independent readers that year, who didn't need no man. I can see that, though. I think the independent movie scene really blossomed in like the early 90s. So this is like one of the titans before the big boom. That makes sense. One of the vanguards.
Nowadays, even your indie production companies like A24, they aren't indie films anymore.
That's not indie. No. Yeah, exactly.
But like in 2014, A24 was like very indie.
Yeah, but I mean, even in indie, it's like kind of become warped. Like back then, it means like independently produced.
Yeah.
Which is like not like a major studio or whatever, but like Clerks, now that's an indie movie.
Yeah,
it's
a great example.
That's like self-produced. Yeah. The Blair Witch Project. Avatar. Yeah.
No, don't include James Cameron in this.
And James Cameron's Avatar. Indie movies like these.
$1 billion budgets. Yeah, super independent. Oh, I just funded that myself.
Yeah, pocket change. He does have a lot of money, but no.
Next. Andre Gregory remembered. Oh, I love this fact. I've been thinking about this fact a lot as I watched.
I don't know. When you keep saying Andre Gregory, I keep thinking of Randy Gregory for the Cowboys back in the day.
Defensive end for the Panthers and the Cowboys?
Yes, I can't shake it out of my head. Yeah.
The one that has all like the violence and drug problems?
That's the one. Yeah.
Andre Gregory remembered one particularly simple yet effective piece of direction from Wallace Shawn. So if you watch this further or watch it again, think about it as he's acting, because it's all dialogue in this film. But he said one of the piece of direction from Wallace Shawn was speak faster. This made Gregory realize that he was trying to act too much. He said, what I was doing was studied and artificial. The minute I started to talk really fast, I became a character, which I hadn't been before. I didn't even have time to think about what I was doing.
Less naturalistic, yeah. Which I think is makes Wallace Shawn's, like, that makes sense, because that's like his sweet spot as an actor, is like as a character actor, like the funny bit man, you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
Less is like a treatise on reality. So that makes a lot of sense.
And that might be something
reality
that I think about a lot moving forward if I ever do something where it's like on camera stuff, is that you really, when you're in those roles and you're like, oh, I gotta act. You shouldn't be trying to act. You should just be like.
Then you're like, that's like if you're playing basketball, you don't think I'm playing basketball. You have to be natural with it.
You just hezzy. You just naturally
Hezzy Jimbo. Yeah.
Ooh, I saw a clip today of Hornets Bulls. Quit showing me your finger of Hornets Bulls, and it was LaMelo and Lonzo playing against each other.
Ooh.
And
yeah.
LaMelo's on offense. He dribbles it up, and he's just doing all the LaMelo shit. But like Lonzo's just right there locked in. I was like, God, this is like them in their driveway when they were younger.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
And the problem is no matter what LaMelo does, Lonzo's gonna lock his ass up because he knows all his moves. That's your older brother. He's been studying this for forever.
That's on the playground, big son in you the whole time.
The hardest person to play against is the person you played against the most. Like you and Seth and like Jordy and Carter. You guys like
I know your moves better than anybody. Yeah, exactly. You know when the overshot is coming.
Overshot. But the problem is I'm too short. I can't stop the overshot.
Yeah. You have to work hard to stop the overshot before it gets there.
That's a nasty move. Next. The film almost closed after 6 weeks of lackluster box office returns in New York. But Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel gave the film a rave review, and the word of mouth picked up. 6 months later, it was still playing in New York and still opening around the country.
You sly dog. You said we would do critic reviews to the end.
I've got the reviews at the end, but I had to bring this up.
Yeah. That's our guys saving movies.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Don't give enough credit to Siskel around here. He's great too.
I know, right? We only ever bring him up when referencing Babe 2 Pig in the City.
His favorite movie. His last favorite movie.
And then let's see, penultimate today is that for foreign releases, although it didn't make any money foreign, but for foreign releases, the film was dubbed to avoid overly long subtitles, which would have just been the worst.
Okay.
And Wallace Shawn and Andre Gregory actually dubbed the French versions themselves.
Ooh, now that's classy. That's cultural. But yeah, imagine it's just like the Star Wars credits the whole time while they're talking.
Yeah, it's just like I'm telling you guys. We're gonna get here shortly. It's just talking. That's all it is.
And they're not exactly like slow talkers either. They don't. They have a good clip at their pace, yeah.
Well, sometimes Wallace Shawn, when he gets to interject, goes, I don't know if I'm completely on board with that. But then Andre Gregory's like, fashion. He's like, oh my God.
Yeah, they're intellectuals.
Yeah. And my last faction is nominations.
In faction. Yeah, you got nominated this?
2 wins, only at the Boston Society of Film Critic Awards.
Oh, those Bostonians.
The only things it was nominated for, and it won both for Best American Film and Best Screenplay. Boston film critics loved this bitch.
That's great, and that was the only nominations.
Only nominations, and it won both.
Clean house. Well, those were some good facts for this little day. This little thing of ours.
I love Little Ditty.
You do love Little Ditty.
Little Ditty about Jack and Diane. Little Ditty.
That song's about a young P. Diddy banging Jack and Diane.
No, we talked about this on my graduation day. Jack and Diane is about
your grandparents.
It's about my grandparents, but also like young romance and how the American dream of growing up and being high school sweethearts doesn't work out.
If you become disillusioned with it, absolutely.
And then what else do we talk? Oh, the safety dance.
Talking on chili dogs.
That one about
AIDS. That's about AIDS.
Brown-eyed girls about sex.
We did this whole thing in my class about this recently. 99 Balloons is about nuclear warfare.
Yep, that one's obvious.
Supersonic what's
Closing
that?
Time? Semi-sonic?
That's about birth.
Yeah.
About being born.
This
Love by Maroon 5 is pro-Holocaust.
What? No. That's not right. You just don't like Maroon 5.
No, listen to it.
I did. I've listened to that multiple times recently. I got the songs about Jane vinyl for Marina for Christmas.
It's like a weirdly pro-Holocaust anthem.
which is crazy because it's the second song on the album, and the first song, "Harder to Breathe," is so
It
anti-Holocaust.
is.
It's
Yeah, you're
from
right.
the perspective of a Jewish prisoner. He's
And
saying
then
it's
the next
harder to breathe, and he's like, "This is terrible."
and then the next one is from the guard who loves it, and you can't really tell where Adam Levine and the rest of the band stands on it. The rest of the album,
Exactly.
because the rest of the album is like sort of just like love songs.
Songs About Jane is a diverse album of sequential pro-Holocaust versus anti-Holocaust, back and forth.
With some radio pop, of course, mixed in there.
Yeah.
They were very subversive at the time.
She Will Be Loved is just like, oh, I love Auschwitz so much.
Yeah, which is horrific on their part,
So what about
as it
Nicole today?
always. She's having dinner with Andre Drummond date.
Ooh. They're on a date?
Yeah, he's doing it to make Jeanette McCurdy jealous.
Andre Drummond's trying to make Jeanette McCurdy jealous, so he goes on a date with Nicole Kidman.
That's right.
They
And
go to Outback Steakhouse. They split a bloomin' onion.
they do. And they can't even fit in a booth because he's so tall. So
So is
he has to
she.
so she's pretty tall too. It works out. So they have to sit on two tables stacked on top of each other like giants, and
And
they
they're
sit
just
on big thrones in the Outback.
and they don't really order anything else. They just order 3 bloomin' onions and go to
That's
town.
right.
Oh, I love onions.
That's right. And then Jeanette shows up in hysterics.
She shows up as they're sharing a kiss, but the kiss wasn't great because their mouth is so oniony, onion
That's
breath.
right.
And then Curdy loses it on him.
Loses it, and then Freddie's there.
And Gibby.
And Gibby, of course, he's the chef.
And then it's all part of an iCarly show. They show up live with iCarly to
Random dance scene.
Andre Drummond, yeah, random dancing. I love it.
Yeah, Nicole's just like, what?
I love it almost as much as they love bloomin' onions.
Which is 100 out of 100.
I do love a bloomin' onion, but
I've never had one.
oh, Lucas, we need to have a bloomin' onion together.
We should have a bloomin' onion together.
Let's go halvesies. Let's go halvesies on a bloomin' onion.
Okay. Next time you're in Missoula.
Okay.
Or I in Billings.
We're just like, sorry, girls, we got a date.
It's been preordained. They can't come.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, they could definitely come along, but if they don't want to have a bloomin' onion, they're not allowed.
Well, they're not allowed to at all, yeah.
All right. Well, that's perfect. I think Seth's about to hop on. Let's hop into a movie. Hey, Seth. Ouch.
That'll work.
A dinner with Andre.
M1 dinner with Andre.
For semi-pro, you labeled the semi-1 pro and semi-2 pro, but
semi-2 backwards.
is actually the first one.
I do that often, I feel like.
You do that quite often. You're right.
Yeah, that's okay. It makes it easier, I think.
What'd you think about football playoffs?
It was all exactly what I thought was going to happen.
You thought the Lions were going to get blown out?
Not blown out, but I did think they were going to lose that one. I called it, yeah. Yes. I was 4-0 this weekend. I should have put money on it.
Eric's probably so heartbroken.
He is, but he deserves it. He was being a dick all month leading up to it.
I knew Ravens-Bills was going to be just so close.
Shootout, yeah. Alex declared her fandom for the Ravens right before, and then they lost, so now she's sad.
Marina's a Bills fan. They just have to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs for once.
And Alex chipped her tooth.
What?
Fillings fell out or something, so she has to go to the dentist.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. She just has like a big hole in her tooth now.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Like in the middle.
Kind of. It's like in the back here.
No,
Like a hole in it.
it's her front tooth, and there's just a hole
Like a
right
Swiss
through
cheese.
through the middle of it. Yeah, like a Swiss cheese.
Like a bullet went through it. That'd be
Oh,
cool.
maybe she got shot in the mouth. Ask Alex
While
if
she was
got shot in
sleeping.
the face. Yeah. Let me know and then get back to me on that.
Word. See you tomorrow, homie.
See you tomorrow.